Welcome to Denver Startup Week. I'm Ben Data, co-chair of DSW. This year marks the 10-year anniversary of Denver Startup Week. This community has been the catalyst for lots of change over the past decade, and this week we're coming together to celebrate the past and dream big for the future. We are able to bring Denver Startup Week to this community thanks to our 2021 sponsors. Thank you to our HQ and title sponsor, Amazon. And our title sponsor, Denver Startup Week, leadership makes this week come to co-chair of DSW, Capital One Cafe. This year marks the 10-year anniversary of Denver Startup Week. This community has been the catalyst for lots of change. And our track sponsors. And this week, all of the great content you're hearing today possible. And dream big for the Founder Track, Kickstart. We are able to bring Denver Startup Week to this community thanks to our 2021 sponsors. Product Track, thank you to our HQ and title sponsors. Designer Track, Battery 621 in the Public Works. People Track, Exactly. And Spotlight Event sponsor, Strat Labs. Our headline event sponsors are bringing the excitement this week. Thank you to B-Side Fund, Colorado Public Radio, Comcast, Coors Brewing Company, Denver Pavilions, Entrepreneurship at the University of Denver, Gusto, JP Morgan Chase, Method, Moss Adams, Pine Insurance, Promontory Mortgage Path, Red Bull Basement, Southwest, Tattered Cover, and VF Venture Foundry. Finally, thank you to our partner and member sponsors listed on the screen. Please say thank you to these companies as you enjoy our hybrid Denver Startup Week. And don't forget to use hashtag #DenStartupWeek to share your experience and moments of inspiration on social media. Have a great week.
Welcome to this session of Denver Startup Week. I'm Serene Pappenfuss, a principal at Kickstart Fund. We're on a mission to build great companies in the Wild West by backing the boldest entrepreneurs with capital, community, and expertise for the journey. A lot of VCs happen to invest in Colorado. At Kickstart, we focus on it. We love our Colorado startups, Sondermind, Nomad, Pomp, and Havenly, just to name a few. Because we were among the first seed funds in the region, we know what it's like to start something before others understand your vision, which means we're willing to lead investments in promising teams. We use our experiences to grow your startup and recruit top talent. Our portfolio is filled with visionary founders like you who are committed to moving the whole ecosystem together. It's the network effect in full effect. Raising venture capital is more than swapping shares for money. It's inviting the right investors to complement your team. We hope we'll be your choice for seed funding in the Mountain West, and we hope you enjoy this session.
Thank you for joining us for the 10th anniversary of Denver Startup Week. At Denver Startup Week, we strive to make all of our sessions a space where attendees can connect, learn, and grow, regardless of age, gender identity, gender expression, race, ability, sexual orientation, or the combination of those identities. There's something for everyone at DSW, thanks to all of our community members who submitted their best content to make this week what it is. And thank you for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors for their support in helping us to keep DSW free and accessible for all, especially our Founder Track sponsor, Kickstart. With that, please enjoy this session and the entire week ahead.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Hope you're having an amazing Denver Startup Week 2021. I'm Dave Harris with the Rockies Venture Club, which is Colorado's largest angel investor group, and with the Rockies Venture Fund. And alongside me, my co-host is Rama Harris with the Colorado Office of Economic Development and International Trade, or OEDIT. And we'd like to welcome you to this very special Denver Startup Week event. Let me just share some slides here. So today's event was inspired by another long-running Denver Startup Week event, which is called Venture Capital for Breakfast, where venture capital investors from around the state would get up and provide short introductions about their funds, and then allow the attendees in the audience to get some one-on-one FaceTime. So today we're doing the same thing, except virtually, and we're doing it with some of the best accelerator and startup studio programs from around Colorado. So for those of you new to the startup community, or maybe to this concept of an accelerator program, so Startup Accelerator, it's really a program that provides early stage companies with access to education, mentorship, connections, often capital, These are fixed term programs, typical accelerator running for about 12 weeks, and they're cohort based. Incubators, on the other hand, they're typically longer term, not necessarily with a set off-ramp point, not usually in a cohort setting, but provide similar benefits to accelerators. Startup studios, on the other hand, that's a newer model that involves creating a company from scratch and then working from the very early concept stage, working with the studio team to build the company from the ground up. So that's what we're talking about today, and that's who you'll be hearing from, are the leaders from some of these programs. We are really fortunate in this state to have an abundance of amazing accelerators, incubators, startup studios. This slide just shows 30 of them, but it's not all of them. Today, you'll hear from 16 different program leaders in order to provide you with kind of a one-stop shop to learn about what Colorado has to offer for entrepreneurs looking for an accelerator. All of these are unique in what they can offer, but all with the collective goal of helping startups to grow quickly. Another amazing resource we have in the state is the Colorado OEDIT. And I want to invite my co-host Rama Harris to tell you a little bit more, especially for the entrepreneurs here today that may be seeking early stage funding alongside an accelerator program. Rama.
Thanks, Dave. As Dave mentioned, I work for the Colorado Office of Economic Development International Trade, which is a mouthful, so I appreciate Dave also mentioning our acronym, which is OEDIT, which I'll say that going forwards. I specifically work in the Global Business Development Division of our office as the Advanced Industries Grant Manager. Some of you already may know about this program, but its purpose is to fund the commercialization of advanced technologies in Colorado in 7 specific industries. And so those include advanced manufacturing, aerospace, bioscience, electronics, energy and natural resources, which includes clean tech, infrastructure engineering, and technology information. So as Dave mentioned, I wanted to just provide a brief introduction to some of our grant programs that we have available that can work alongside these accelerators and help with access to capital, as well as, progressing your growth forward, whether it's domestically or global. I will also have a breakout group later for anyone that wants to learn a little bit more, since we are limited on time in these introductions. But I also don't want to take away from all these great accelerators as well. So you're more than welcome to connect with me after this event also. So here I've provided in this slide just a few of the opportunities we have. First is the Early Stage Capital Retention Grant, which provides funding to early stage companies looking to commercialize and market a proven technology. So we can provide up to $250,000 in cash for that. We have the investment tax credit. So this is a good complement to the early stage grant, where an investor investing in a qualified advanced industry company can receive between a 25 to 30% tax credit on their investment. And so this provides an incentive for investors to, again, invest in your company. We have the Global Consultant Network, which once you're ready to go global, we have contracted with consultants in various markets around the world, I believe 16 in total, to help with market entry and in-market services. So for example, creating market research reports, setting up partner meetings, providing translation and interpreter services, as just some of those examples, and we offset that cost completely. And then finally, we have the Export Accelerator Grant, as well as the State Trade Expansion Program. I do want to mention the State Trade Expansion Program is outside of the advanced industry, so it's open to all industries, but both of these programs provide funding for your international business development activities. So for example, attending international trade shows, international business development meetings, website redevelopment, creating marketing materials, getting necessary certifications within a market. So that's just a really brief overview. Again, I'll have a breakout room later today, but now I'll pass it off back to Dave.
Cool. Thanks, Rama. So here's our format today. So again, you'll hear from 16 leaders, just small snapshot about their programs, about 1.5 minutes from each. And then we'll get, with remaining time, we'll have some breakout rooms that'll open up. And as attendees, you're able to jump into the different breakout rooms, and we'll be able to assist with that. So let's get rolling, and we'll hear from our first accelerator program. Certainly one of my favorites and one of the ones that put Colorado on the startup map, and that's Techstars Boulder. So let's please welcome from Techstars Boulder, Malta Witt and Andres Barreto. Guys, take it away. Hey everyone, thanks for being here. My name is Malta. I'm with the Techstars Boulder Accelerator. And as Dave mentioned, I'm joined here with my partner in crime, Andres. Andres can maybe wave to you so you can see who he is as well. But a little about Techstars Boulder. So Techstars Boulder is the original Techstars Accelerator. And since 2007, when Techstars was initially founded, we've invested in over 160 companies that have collectively raised over $1 billion in capital. So what the Techstars Accelerator is a 13-week mentorship-driven accelerator where you'll connect with some world-class mentors that include both investors, entrepreneurs, and subject matter experts who can help you grow and scale your business. The most generic terms that I try to speak about what you're trying to accomplish in the 13-week accelerator is how do you do 2 years worth of work in 13 weeks? So really putting some fuel on the fire in your company, regardless of what stage you're at. We are an industry agnostic accelerator and can invest in any companies that range in stage from sort of early MVP to later seed stage companies as well. Our 2022 program will be run in a hybrid format where the first and final weeks of the program will be in person in Boulder, and the middle part of the program will be run in a remote format so you can be wherever it makes sense for you to be, whether that's close to home, close to your customers, wherever in the world that makes sense for you. A key deadline that I want to highlight for those of you who are interested is the application to join our January 2022 accelerator is tomorrow, October 6th. So we're sort of in the 11th hour here. But Andres, why don't you say a quick word on what we're actually looking for in founders?
Sure thing. And because we're not industry specific, we are only looking for two things when we look to invest in companies. The first one is we're going to pick the top founders that have understood their customer pain the best. So deep understanding of your customer pain. And the second thing we look for is the ability to execute extremely quickly. And so we just sort the companies that we're evaluating by those two criteria, and you get selected for the program if you make it to the top 12. And like Malta said, tomorrow is the deadline. So if you want to apply, here's the link. I just dropped it into the chat. And I also dropped a guide that details exactly what I'm looking for, question by question in the application.
All right, thanks guys. So everybody has, to attend the rest of today's session up to 1 and then go work on your Techstars Boulder application because it's due tomorrow. All right, we're gonna move on to our next program.
Thanks so much. All right, we have Diane Bailey from the Founder Institute.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Dave. Hi, I'm Diane Bailey. I am the Denver director for Founder Institute. Founder Institute is the world's largest pre-seed accelerator. We have been in operation for about 12 years now, and during that time, we have had over 5,000 graduates of our program. They have gone on to raise over $1 billion, and our portfolio is currently valued at over $30 billion. So here are 3 things to know about Founder Institute. One is we are early stage. So maybe you have an idea on the back of a napkin or an MVP in the market, you're testing a consumer product prototype, or even if you have a version 1.0 in the market, but regardless, things just aren't moving forward and taking off the way that you planned. So we work with companies that are pre-revenue, pre-institutional capital. Number 2, we are also, just like Techstars, industry agnostic, although you do have to have a scalable business plan. You don't have to have all of those details worked out right now. We'll help you through that, but we do need you to be a scalable startup business. Number 3 is our structure and network. So we walk you through in a methodical process to get to product market fit, get to traction, and get on the path for funding. We also connect you with our wonderful mentors. We have a very deep network of mentors here along the Front Range, but because we are global, you have access to our 20,000 mentors worldwide to really kickstart your global company. Our cohorts are virtual. Our next one is coming up in the spring. So if you're interested in learning more about a pre-seed accelerator, Founder Institute, I will be in the breakout rooms here in a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks, Diane. Quick note as Diane leaves the stage, I also want to just recommend that everyone that's interested in diving in deeper after today's session to learn more about our programs, Founders Institute and Diane put together a really great startup ecosystem resource list across Colorado. I'll drop that in the chat right now. So it includes info about all the accelerators and a lot more. So really recommend checking that out. All right, so next up, we will hear from Teresa Densmore, who's with the Commons on Champa, who will tell you about the co-starters at the Commons program.
Hi, I'm Teresa Densmore, the manager of the Commons on Champa, Denver's free public hub in downtown Denver, where entrepreneurs can find the resources, programs, and community they need to start and grow a business. Today, I'm going to tell you about Co-Starters, a nationally recognized 10-week-long accelerator program. In our program, you're connected to mentors, peers, and guest speakers while using strategic tools to build and scale your business. In the final session, you'll have an opportunity to pitch to our entire Commons community. You will also receive pro bono legal advice, get help financially planning your business, and learn how to refine your messaging. But the most important benefit of our program is that you become a part of the Commons. Our community provides the support and collaboration entrepreneurs need to build their businesses, even after Co-Starters. We encourage anyone who has an idea, who has launched a business, or is wanting to learn how to scale to apply. Our next start date is October 20th. And please apply by October 11th to be considered. Learn more on our website at thecommons.co or contact me at teresa@thecommons.co. Thanks, and best of luck in your entrepreneurship journey. We're all in this together.
Great. Now we have Andrea Perdomo from Uncharted.
Hi, everyone, and I'm going to be the first one to try to share slides. So let me know if this works. I'm assuming I see some nodding. All right. So hi, everyone. My name is Andrea Perdomo. I am the director of the Economic Inequality Initiative here at Uncharted. So what is Uncharted? Uncharted has actually been running social impact accelerator programs for the last 10 plus years, ranging from different social issues, from sustainability, all the way up to climate tech. And we are really excited to actually be launching a whole new program, which I am leading around economic inequality. So a little bit of background on who Uncharted is. We've run a lot of programs with several partners, including Facebook, Chipotle, the Rockefeller Foundation. 96% of our organizations have received funding post-program, and we have a portfolio of over 200 organizations that have gone through our programs. A little bit about the program that we're running now, it actually kicked off about 2 weeks ago, is all around economic inequality. So we have identified that economic inequality is actually one of the biggest threats that's facing America's future over the next 25 years. And so this initiative is actually focused on supporting entrepreneurs who are solving this issue. So right now, it doesn't, we are looking for specifically organizations that are focused on solving this problem, but we are actually looking at the intersectionality of how to actually get into the systems that are affecting the country. And so we're accepting nonprofits, for-profits, organizations that aren't even incorporated yet, and really looking to have a collaborative effort to solve this really big problem. A little bit about the program itself. So we're looking at a cohort size is about 8. This year we were able to actually do 10 organizations. The program length is 6 months. So we have 12 weeks of intensive programming, and then phase 2 is 12 weeks of lighter programming. And the program format is virtual. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. It's so good to see a lot of faces. I'm actually an entrepreneur myself and Techstars alumni. So really exciting to be here with a lot of familiar faces, and yeah, reach out to me anytime.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrea. Good job. Okay, we're going to keep rolling, and up next we have Techstars and Western Union Accelerator. It's based in South Denver. So let's give it up to Joseph Scarantino. He'll tell you more.
All right, thank you. It's great to see so many familiar faces here, as Andrea said. Hey, Andrea. I'm Joseph Scarantino, a senior program manager for the Techstars and Western Union Accelerator here in Denver for the past 3 years. We invest in fintech startups around the world that are focused on challenges faced by billions of people, mostly within the movement of money and access to financial services. So the program itself that we run, most people are familiar with Techstars and that it's a 13-week program. But I like to dive into the actual program. Everybody knows about Demo Day, which you're all invited next week. But we also have an investor week that is an entire week of meetings where all of our founders meet with roughly around 40 to 50 investors per company. Obviously, the big draw for our program is the channel partner, Western Union. A lot of companies work with Western Union through sort of a POC or a pilot program. Mentor office hours, once called Mentor Madness, is a big hit in our program. 80 to 100 mentors is what you intersect with in the first couple of weeks of the program. Before the program, we start with a founder retreat. That is a huge hit. It's something that really brings our founders together and helps them to get to know each other. But we also do a really big focus on mental health because obviously we understand as entrepreneurs ourselves, it's incredibly hard. We want to focus on mental health and make sure that we maintain that focus throughout the program. The types of companies we're interested in, they're all over the world. Over the past 30 companies we've invested in, probably close to 20 different countries. So it's really awesome to see just the range. Teams of 2 all the way up to 20 plus, pre-seed up to Series A I've seen. Mostly companies that have a technical co-founder or a CTO, an MVP that's in development or ready to be deployed. Most of the time, what we're looking for really is exactly what Andrea said. It's a founder, somebody who's connected really strongly with their customer, and somebody who can execute really strongly. We're not the only game in town, obviously. If we're not a fit for you, there's obviously Boulder, there's workforce development, and there's this sustainability program in partnership with the Nature Conservancy. So if you're interested in any of these, hit us up. We're here to offer our help. And last but not least, if you're interested in really seeing what our companies are about, next week is our virtual demo day. You can find it on techstars.eventbrite.com. If you have any questions, just find me on LinkedIn. Happy to talk to you, open office hours or anything about the program, or welcome you at Demo Day. So hit me up, happy to talk about it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joseph. Now we have KiMar Gartman from the Catalyst Space Accelerator.
Hello, everybody. I'm KiMar Gartman. I'm the program director for the Catalyst Accelerator, and we're excited to be here right now. I've got with me also Kate Menendez. She's our marketing specialist, and she'll be in the breakout room afterwards to answer any questions that you might have. The Catalyst Accelerator is a 12-week program. We're fully funded by the Air Force Research Lab Space Vehicles Directorate. And what we do is we try to get innovative technology, space or space-related technology into the hands of the warfighter in both the Air Force and the Space Force. So obviously our focus is to connect our cohort companies with potential customers, potential users, stakeholders within the DoD and within the commercial realm. So if your company is small, maybe you have a technology that's space or space related and want to expand your footprint into the DoD, Catalyst Accelerator might be able to help you do that, because we've done 8 accelerators so far. We're in one right now, and our next one is going to be focused on hybrid data movement. So we're excited about that, and applications will open in November. Once again, our program is a 12-week program. Companies come to Catalyst campus every other week for 12 to 13 weeks, and then we culminate in a demo day. So ours is a live accelerator if COVID will allow us to have a live accelerator. Currently, we are live. We are equity free. We do not charge you to be part of our accelerator. In fact, we go around and get grant funding to help offset the cost for you to participate in our accelerator. So if you're a small company, 70 people maybe, have a technology readiness level of about 4 to 7 on a 9-point scale, interested in expanding into government and doing business with the government, we'd be excited to talk to you today, or you can go to our website at catalystaccelerator.space. And if you're wondering now, I might not have a space technology, but maybe a space related technology. We're looking for weather, positioning, navigation, and timing. Cyber fits in there, data fusion, space comms, on orbit, anything. All of that are topics we're interested in. So I hope you'll stop by and talk to Kate a little bit later in our breakout room. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, KiMar. Thanks, Kate. All right. So from space, we are going to go into Internet of Things and welcome one of the newer programs to the state. So we have the Riot Accelerator program, and we'll hear from Rachel Newberry.
Hi, everybody. Great to meet you. I'm Rachel Newberry, the program director at Riot. We are an economic development nonprofit, and we help entrepreneurs and established businesses to explore the new business opportunities that the data economy presents. So we work in emerging technology areas. We are a couple of things. We are startup supporters. So we run a 12-week, no-cost, equity-free accelerator program. We work with go-to-market and growth stage startup companies that have technology products, and we work across industries like many of the programs here today. Since 2018, we have supported more than 70 startups. Those companies have gone on to create more than 200 jobs, to generate more than 100 million in revenue, and to raise over 18 million in capital as well. We are also connectors. So we connect entrepreneurs that we support to our network of over 90 corporate sponsors. We also have deep wireless and Internet of Things expertise. And so many of the companies that we've worked with have proprietary hardware components, but we work with pure software companies as well. And then finally, we're conveners. So apart from our accelerator program, we run events across the country, and we have an immediate opportunity to get engaged with us. We are running an event in partnership with Denver South next Thursday, the 14th. That is at noon, and the focus is on how entrepreneurs can leverage public sector support. And this is one of a series of 3 events that we'll run this fall with Denver South on different ways that entrepreneurs can leverage public support, of course, connect to capital, connect with corporate sponsors and industry, and so on. So I'll share the link to that event in the chat, as well as my contact information. Good to meet you all. We're excited to be operating in Colorado. We also operate in North Carolina and Virginia, just for clarity and get the whole picture there. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Rachel.
All right, we have Mark Gorham from Innosphere.
Mark, I think you're still
Mark.
muted. Still muted, Mark.
Got it.
There you go. You got it.
Sorry about that. So let me go back again. So we're both a venture capital group and a commercialization program. We've been operating for 22 years here in Colorado. Basically, we take you from startup to launch, and we focus on commercialization efforts, raising capital, introductions, and building your team, research, and operational excellence. We just started our 3rd cohort. I was kind of chuckling when Techstars said you had 1 day. You missed us by a week, but good news is that we have a new program that's just been funded by the Department of Energy that starts in January coming up. So basically what this program is, it's free. Each founding team's fee to participate is covered by the Department of Energy. And it's focused on energy hard tech, not only in Colorado, but 12 states essentially surrounding Colorado and mid-America. We're going to do 10 founders and their startups per year for 2 years. And this program also provides access to the Colorado Energy Research Collaboratory, which means in addition to doing your normal accelerator and incubator tasks, you get funding to participate with either university or national labs in prototyping and testing. So we're pretty excited about that. It's going to start in January, and you can start to apply today. Check out our website and apply, and look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Nice job. Just briefly, a couple things in the chat. We did have requests that folks share about capital or equity, and I know some are responding in the chat. We'll also have time in the breakout rooms to address that, but we'll make sure that gets taken care of. All right, we're going to keep rolling, and we have another great Techstars program to share with you next. This program is based in Denver, started really at the beginning of 2020. And you'll hear from Taylor McLemore, who's the director of the Techstars Workforce Development Accelerator.
Hello, my name is Taylor McLemore, and I'm the managing director of the Techstars Workforce Development Accelerator. Our mission is to invest in startups and back founders that enable human potential through work. Our program has a broad definition of workforce. We look at ed tech companies and founders that are focusing on how the workers of today and in the future are getting to the jobs they want and can be successful. We focus on job tech at the intersection of supply and demand in the labor market, which usually crash together in a very messy manner. And we believe technology can totally change that experience for the people seeking jobs and the companies trying to find great workers. We also focus into the future of workspace, mostly through employer solutions. We have a strong belief that the best employer solutions are about employers being strong in how they interact with employees, and that through that they can help employees be successful, grow and develop, and retain those people, and that becomes the company's competitive advantage long term. If you are a founder working in this space, everything from ed tech to future of work, we'd love to meet you. We'd love to support you, and more than anything, we're fortunate to have a group of partners around our program. We have over 150 mentors dedicated to this space and helping the founders in our program. And we partner with Strata Education Network and also some local Colorado entities like Zoma Lab and Colorado Thrives, who are all dedicated to how workforce development makes communities stronger. So please reach out if we can be helpful or if you have interest in our program. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Taylor.
All right, Dave, Rockies Venture Club Hyper Accelerator. It's up to you.
All right. Thanks, Rama. Yeah, so the Rvc Hyper Accelerator, if you're not familiar with it, it's been running since 2016, and we've had 16 cohorts completed across the US and internationally. And this program has really been designed to be more complementary to the programs you've heard from today. We've often referred to this as the 13th week, as many programs are 12 weeks. This would be sort of the 13th. And ours really just focuses solely on getting you prepared for fundraising from angel investors and VCs, which is what we are. So the way this is designed, companies work every day with investor mentors to stress test all the elements of their business. And effectively, it's to prepare themselves for thorough due diligence that investors would be putting them through in an effort to speed up the diligence process and speed up the fundraising process. It's a fast-paced program, really designed for companies that are looking to raise a pre-seed, seed, or Series A round within the next 1 to 6 months. And it's not really intended for concept stage companies, just given the pace of the week that we run this. One of the deliverables we focus on is the investor pitch, which many programs, of course, do the same, getting you prepared for demo day. But it's really just sort of the tip of the iceberg. So the rest of the iceberg here is what the Hyper Accelerator helps you to prepare for investors. It's all this stuff below the surface beyond just the great pitch that will help with getting that hard-hitting investor due diligence, just getting you ready for it. We offer this program twice per year. There's no equity taken, and you can learn more and really apply anytime at www.hyperaccelerator.org. And with that, we're going to move from Denver up north to Fort Collins, and we'll hear from Allison Seebeck and the Warehouse Business Accelerator.
Thanks, Steve. Slideshow, there we go. The Warehouse Business Accelerator is Colorado's manufacturing and technology scale-up accelerator. Now, Dave gave some great definitions at the beginning of accelerator versus incubator, and I think we play at kind of a unique spot. We use the word accelerator, but our business model is a little bit different than a true accelerator in that we're a just-in-time process that connects founders to mentors, knowledge, and resources. And typically our engagement with businesses is 18 to 36 months. We're a non-equity model, and there's rolling enrollment into our program. We focus on an acceleration roadmap process with our mentors, where company founders and their leadership teams engage with been there, done that mentors who have scaled companies and who can help them through the immediate barriers that they're facing in any given quarter and help them overcome and gain traction. We support a collaborative industry ecosystem at the intersection of electronics and hardware, software, and advanced manufacturing. So we're really focused on that hard tech product production type of company. And we also, in conjunction with our accelerator program, have a physical location, the Innovation Hub, which is a 48,000 square foot production ready facility with all the infrastructure that a company would need to conduct advanced manufacturing and produce product. There's also shared equipment labs, and we're located on the Forge campus in Loveland, Colorado. You don't have to locate at the Innovation Hub to be part of the warehouse, but if you are at the Innovation Hub, you're part of the accelerator program. We focus on scale-up phase businesses. That's organizations that have grown out of tech transfer or incubator programs that need a place to land. If you have a product in a market already, that's a great fit for our program. We work on building the business around the great idea, the infrastructure to scale the company. As you move out of startup phase and into thinking about scaling, you encounter lots of different types of challenges, new ways of making decisions as a leader, new supply chain and process and system and technology needs, and you require some flexibility and space to grow. That's the type of company that we are designed for and our mentors have experience with. So I would welcome you to learn more about the Warehouse Innovation Hub and our accelerator program. We offer tours of our facility every Tuesday at 9:30, but I would also love to speak to any of you. You can inquire at warehouseinnovation.com, our website, and also would offer on November 4th, we're hosting a free think and happy hour social here at our Innovation Hub, where you can connect with other founders, whether you're part of the warehouse community or not. It's a way to make those connections and brainstorm specific challenges in your business. November 4th at 3 p.m.
Thanks, Allison. Now turning it to Rachel Dixon from Prime Health.
Thanks, everyone, and hello. Nice to meet you all. I'm Rachel Dixon with Prime Health. Prime Health is a health innovation focused nonprofit that works on advancing health quality, access, cost, and equity through innovation and collaboration. We've been around since 2012, started as a meetup group, and are now a global network and ecosystem of health impact innovation focused collaborators. So it was a lot of words. One of our big flagship programs that we do, we're in now our 9th year of the program. We've been doing it since 2012, is the Colorado Health Innovation Challenge. It's nationally ranked as one of the top challenges in the country for developing and implementing pilots in the health innovation space. So every year we get a cohort of companies that have a solution that is market ready, where they're looking for a pilot. They can be early stage, brand new, looking for their first pilot relationship, to more mature and just looking to expand into Colorado or grow their market, or whatever that looks like, or try something innovative in the healthcare space. We bring together a cohort of about 100 judges, all of whom are leaders and experts in healthcare in Colorado. So in previous years, we have the Lieutenant Governor who participates annually. We have leadership from healthcare policy and financing, from payers, from large health systems ranging from Optum to Centura to UC Health, investor groups, other incubators and accelerators that are looking for the next great thing to support, all of that. So a great group of people, providers, nurses, community activists, who vet and validate these companies over the course of a 6-month program. At the end of that program, we provide matchmaking with provider organizations that are interested in hosting that pilot. We provide pilot ideation and development support of what does an effective partnership look like in that organization, leveraging your solution. And then we fund and support the implementation of that pilot on both sides for entrepreneur and for provider organization. To date, we've developed and implemented more than 45 pilots, many of which go on to be sustainable, have awarded more than 1.25 million in pilot funding, and have helped identify and support and played a role in some of Colorado's most successful companies, including SiriusMD in the health space, I should say, including SiriusMD, Redox, Inon Health, Care on Location, and a number of other health tech startups that are all local to Colorado. We also are the co-chair of Together.health, which is the national ecosystem of ecosystems of health innovation incubator, accelerator, investor groups, and other programs around the country. So there we work with Mass Challenge, with UCLA's Accelerator, with other groups around the country, taking and supporting our semifinalists and finalists and facilitating networks and connections across the country. Prime Health also has an innovation academy where we provide training, mentorship, and coaching to digital health companies and health tech startups around how do you, what do you need to know to be successful in healthcare? What are good economic strategies for sustainability? What does ROI look like in the market? Where are some funding sources you might not know about? All of those different things that will help you be more successful as an entrepreneur when you're going out and starting to sell your product in the healthcare market. So that's our program. I will post the information in the chat. We do have our live pitch event, which is the final part of our challenge program, on November 18th, available virtually if you want to come check that out. Our new program, we do this every year. We start accepting applications in March of 22. And we look forward to seeing you there. It's a great opportunity to get your product in use in the healthcare space, if that's your thing.
Awesome. Thanks, Rachel. All right. So next in Boulder, I'm excited to introduce Jorge Mendez with the amazing Watson Institute. Jorge.
Yeah, right on. Thank you, Dave. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. As you can tell, I'm going with the analog background from a Zoom this time around. So my name is Jorge Mendez. I'm the Director of Programs for the Semester Accelerator at Watson Institute in Boulder. As Dave shared, we run a 16-week intensive program for emerging entrepreneurs from across the world, where we provide them with training, mentorship, and the network to launch and grow their ventures. We focus primarily on next generation leaders that are looking to leverage the vehicle of entrepreneurship to solve the greatest challenges facing the world. Challenges such as access to education, food insecurity, sustainable agriculture, financial literacy, just to name a few. And over the last 8 years, we've had 294, yes, the number, 294 early stage entrepreneurs from 69 different countries go through our program. And since graduating, they have collectively impacted over 5 million people across the world through the initiatives, programs, and ventures that they help lead. We are model and industry agnostic, and we do focus on next generation entrepreneurs. So our typical entrepreneur as part of our program is roughly between 19 and 27 years old. They're all on the early stage of the venture. And our next cohort, which is hybrid, based out of Boulder, you can also join virtually, begins mid-January. So if you're interested in learning more, just let me know. Thank you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Jorge. I just want to give a quick plug. I'm drinking coffee from a Watson alum,
Hey.
Bean Voyage.
Yes, Bean Voyage from Nepal. Oh,
Right.
he's from Nepal, but is based in Costa Rica.
Yeah, thanks, Morgan.
You got it.
Great. Now we have Morgan Alou from the Trout Tank Pitch Accelerator.
Hi everyone, Morgan. I run the Trout Tank Pitch Accelerator. Trout Tank was started in 2015 and is meant to bring together the community, lenders, investors, and entrepreneurs in order to make meaningful connections and rise the tide for businesses in Colorado. This is a great place to start, get your feet wet with accelerators. I like to call it a pre-accelerator accelerator. We have a lot of concept level companies, pre-seed, some seed rounds, as well as companies looking to explore potential debt financing. Super low cost of entry at $150. We have no equity or revenue requirements, so it really is open to everyone, and the program is tailored to meet founders where they are. We do 4 accelerators every year, each with a different focus. We do sustainability, brick and mortar food and beverage, CPG food and beverage, and a general accelerator that's open to any company that's interested. We're a nonprofit economic development organization. Our main purpose is to be the success igniter for Colorado entrepreneurs and small businesses. Trout Tank helps us accomplish this by creating access to information, connections, community with over 300 alumni companies, mentorship, capital. We do this over a 6-week program with multiple opportunities to pitch with feedback, public speaking expertise programming, investor psychology programming, one-on-one pitch coaching, one-on-one consulting, and mentorship with over 30 consultants for you to choose from. This accumulates in the Trout Tank pitch event and demo day. Our next accelerator is open to all companies, new and old, that are looking to grow and expand and get connected to the community and capital, and applications are due October 17th. So you can learn more at denversbdc.org/Trout Tank Pitch Accelerator or email me at morgan.alu@denversbdc.org. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Morgan. And yeah, maybe drop the link in the chat if you can. Great. Thanks for being here. All right, we got a couple more for you. And next we have the Southwest Colorado Accelerator for Entrepreneurs, or SCAPE. And they'll tell you a little bit about their program.
The Southwest Colorado Accelerator Program for Entrepreneurs, SCAPE, works to create more businesses that will create more jobs. We have a focus on rural Colorado entrepreneurs, and we connect them with local mentors and investors to help them prepare their business for growth. We've worked with a lot of different manufacturing and tech companies based in rural communities to help them scale and launch nationwide. We have a large group of retired business mentors and executives who give their time to help the next generation. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we've had to shift our model to being more virtual and online. The advantages of this is that we're able to have more people attend our events and reach out to the companies than in-person meetings allowed. It's very important that we diversify our rural economies away from retail and tourism sectors and have employment opportunities with businesses that have a nationwide customer base to bring more money into the community. We invite you to visit GoScape.org to learn more about our program and what we're doing to help rural businesses.
All right, that was very soothing. So a couple things, I don't know if it was just me. A couple things for SCAPE. Their next cohort is launching January 2022. And just note that they only select businesses that will be or are currently headquartered in Southwest Colorado. So you can check out scape.org. And they also have an active investment fund that's partnered with the program, writing checks between 50 and 100K to businesses that participate. All right.
Thanks, Dave. Now, not last but not least, we have Carlin Goetliff from Genesis.
All right, I think you should be able to see my screen there. So we're a little bit different from a lot of the folks that you've heard from so far. We are a startup studio. One of the things that means is that we actually work with founders before they have started a venture. We look for folks who are pre-idea, pre-team. Oftentimes, it's entrepreneurs who have started something before. So if you're an experienced entrepreneur thinking about what you want to do next, we're a great fit. We use this bow tie diagram to really illustrate where we sit in the startup journey. So we guide you through a discovery and validation process before a venture is ever created. And the idea here is that by the time you decide to move forward with the thing that you're going to do next, you're sure and we're sure that there's a market, that the product can be built, and that it's a great fit for who you are. So we really act as a co-founder to you. That discovery phase, that's an intensive month-long experience, and then the validation phase can last 1 to 6 months and can be more part-time. So the next thing that really sets us apart is that we focus on wicked problems. We didn't invent this term. It's a term from complex systems and systems theory, from planning, but really think of those large, seemingly intractable problems that we're all familiar with. This is climate change, it's childhood obesity, it's things that don't necessarily lend themselves to a one and done engineering solution. And we're at this intersection of opportunities that lie between impact and ROI, where there's an opportunity to financially do well and create a scalable, successful venture, but also to create a positive impact. We work a lot with folks in government, foundations, private sector to investigate these areas, identify opportunities within them, and produce research and assets connected to those. The last piece that you should understand about us is that we really see the entrepreneur as an investor, except that instead of putting capital into something, you're actually investing the next few years of your life into something. Maybe it's 3, 5, maybe it's 10 years. That means the opportunity cost is absolutely massive. So really at the heart of what XGenesis is we want to help you make better decisions about the thing that you choose to do next, better investment decisions ultimately. There's a bunch of aspects of this. I won't go into details on all of these. Happy to talk about these in the breakout. I will mention we do put first money in to new ventures when they are formed. We also bring to bear a pretty incredible catalytic community that includes subject matter experts, startup specialists who support with a variety of things, design, engineering, et cetera. I think I'll leave it there for now. Happy to chat more. You can reach out at info@xgenesis.io or visit us at our website. So thank you, Dave.
Yeah, thanks, Carlin. And thanks to all the presenters. So that was a lot of information to throw into the attendees. We will be sharing this link. You'll be able to access the video recording, and we'll also have a list of everybody participating on the Denver Startup Week site later in the week. So in case this was really overwhelming, you can review it again. But we do have time to have some breakouts with all our program leaders. So you will see a breakout room option come up. You can go in and select which rooms you want to go in and ask questions, get some FaceTime with the leaders, and then we'll all come back together here with just about less than a minute left before 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So good luck breaking out, and we'll see everybody back in a couple minutes.
Brendan, I see you asking where are the breakouts. If you click on the bottom taskbar, you should be able to select, you should see all the breakout rooms and then be able to select which one you'd like to join based on the name.
How do you do selection? Because it's not working for me.
There should be an option that just says join right next to the name of the room.
No, I don't have that.
Let's see. Is there one specifically you'd like to go and I can just move you over there?
Let's go into the founders if you can do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then Brendan, did you have one specifically? And Carlin, if you just want to hang out here, we can consider this our X-Genesis room. And you can share some additional information here. I'm sorry, I didn't have you on the list for a breakout room for today. So my apologies.
Last minute switch out with my co-founder not being able to make it. So that might have had something to do with it.
I'd like to join the Carlin, nice house, by the way. I'd like to join the Techstars one, please.
And then same thing for everyone else in here. Robert, Nicole, Nick, Hans, Ed, Connor. If you guys would like to be moved into a specific room, just unmute or drop in the chat. Let me know and I'll move you over there.
I'd like to join.
Oh, Connor, I heard you just say I'd like to join, but I didn't hear which room. And same thing for everyone else in here. Robert, Nicole, Nick, Hans, Ed, Connor. If you guys would like to be moved into a specific room, just unmute or drop in the chat. Let me know and I'll move you over there.
Hey, I was actually interested in the Watson Institute, but it doesn't look like there's a breakout room for that. I assume he dropped off.
That's correct. Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Connor, I heard you just say I'd like to join. Same thing for everyone else in here. Robert, Nicole, Nick, Hans, Ed, Connor. If you guys would like to be moved into a specific room, just unmute or drop in the chat. Let me know and I'll move you over there.
Hey,
Okay. That was the proverbial hot seat.
Sorry for everybody having to get cut off mid-sentence there. But we are coming up right on time here And I know that was short, but hopefully it was sweet. Thank you again to everybody for attending today, and to all of our program leaders for making time. Again, we will share a bunch of resources on the Denver Startup Week site. And yeah, thanks for coming, and hope everybody has a great rest of your Denver Startup Week 2021. Thanks for being here.